Hey guys, Pastor John here. Sorry I'm late getting you these quote-unquote answers for the connection group handout for this week, but it was a really busy weekend, and just wanted you to touch on, for question one, how do you know that someone loves you? If you would recommend to the members of your group the 5 love languages, I think that is an excellent resource that really helped my marriage with Jen. Helped us to learn how to love each other because our love languages are very different. And so, talking about the acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, and the giving of gifts, understanding the people in your life and what their love languages are really makes a big difference. But again, recommend that book. As far as question number 2 goes, you're reading John 13, 1 John chapter 3, and 1 John chapter 4. 1 John chapter 3 to me is really the definition of love. In verse 16 it says, "This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ gave up his life for us." And so regardless of what the world says about, the lovey-dovey feelings and stuff like that, real love is when you're willing to sacrifice for the other person. And so to realize that that's what love is, that's what really love is. And so therefore it's by definition not easy. When love is easy, that's because we're just appreciating the other person and we're having those warm, fuzzy feelings, and those are great. And there's one definition of love. The Bible does use the word phileo as a definition of love, but that's a kind of a love because we have good feelings toward each other. But any long-term relationship knows that those feelings don't last. It's the agape love of God, which is love as a decision. It's love as more of a head issue than a heart issue that really maintains and sustains a relationship. And so, no, loving one another over the long term is not easy. Why is it so important to God? Because that's how he loves us. God is not excited and has warm, fuzzy feelings about everybody. He has warm, fuzzy feelings about people who obey him, people who walk with him. And yet he chooses to love every man, woman, teenager, and child on the planet. That's love as a choice. That's the agape love. And so us loving one another as a choice is so important to God because he loves us that way. And there have been times where you and I have not been worthy, quote unquote, of God's love. We're not worthy now, but he loves us as a choice. And so he wants us to love one another as a choice. The third question, the description of love in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. My pastor in college encouraged us to read that and to insert our own names. And so love is patient, love is kind. John is patient. How am I doing on that one? And he was always very careful. We don't beat ourselves up over it, but to realize that God is love and God lives on the inside of us, followers of Jesus. So therefore, I am capable of being kind. I am capable of being patient. I am capable, love is patient, love is kind, does not envy. I am capable of living a life without envy, does not boast, is not proud, it is not self-seeking. Because of God's presence in our lives, we are capable of really looking out for the good of others, truly, again, loving people with that agape love. And so I would just encourage you, as in your conversation of that, pray about it. Consider offering that to people as a way of kind of evaluating themselves. And how am I doing allowing God to love people through me is really is a helpful question there. Obviously, we're all going to fall short. It's not the point of, I'm checking all these off. We're all going to fall short on a regular basis. And so the last part being, confess your need for help. What are some areas that are more difficult for you, aspects of love that are more difficult for you? Admit those, pray for one another, and let's be all that God's called us to be. Thank you so much for everything that you do in leading these connection groups. I truly appreciate you guys. I'm very excited about these service projects that were born last Wednesday, and I look forward to hearing further reports on that. And looking forward to seeing what God will do through that, not only in our groups, but also on behalf of the people that we're ministering to. God bless you. I appreciate you. Talk to you soon.